Today's tip is about business attire. And the reason I bring this up is the rules for business attire have changed so dramatically over the last number of years that some of the old rules have just gone out the window. And as a result, I am asked all the time by my clients about, would I please have a conversation with certain team members? Could I please help them in addressing the attire of certain team members? And so I thought I'd give a little tip here so that you've got some guidelines on how to approach business attire. So the first thing is you must consider who's your audience. Who are you communicating with? Because your business attire, the way you dress, is communicating. So who's your audience? Who are your customers? Who are your clients? But the other thing is internally, how are you communicating with your attire? Because that's your audience too. Your peers, your colleagues, your managers, your bosses. All of those are people who are part of your audience. And here's the rule of thumb. Whatever the position of your audience, however they are dressing, you dress one level of formality above where they're dressing. So if they're super, super casual, you can be casual, just not as casual. One step more formal than what they're doing. So that's an easy rule of thumb. Now the other piece of this is, again, to remember that you are always communicating with your attire. So look at where you aspire to be within your organization. Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be an executive? And if that's the case, dress appropriately for that position. I work a lot with startup companies, and now with many of the startups, the CEOs, the executive teams, the management teams are in their mid to late 20s or early 30s. And having them establish themselves as executives requires a change in their business attire. You cannot wear yoga pants if you're going to be the CEO of the company and be thought of as being the CEO. And you can't wear cutoffs and flip-flops in the same situation. So you look at what that position is that you're taking within the company and you dress appropriately. That doesn't mean you have to show up in a three-piece suit. That would be out of whack. But you do have to bring it into alignment with the position you're in and who your audience is. So the other piece of this is to understand that your business attire is for business. You are not going to a barbecue with your friends, so that's not appropriate. And you're not going out on a date, so you dress appropriately for work. So here is every day when you choose, what am I going to put on today? What you ask yourself is, who is my audience? Who's making a decision about me, whether or not they're going to buy what I'm selling? Meaning what I'm saying, do I have credibility? You want to constantly looking at that. Because your business attire is one of your automatic ways of communicating. You want to make sure you're communicating what you want to. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.